Okay, next problem. We have a parachutist jumps out of a plane and reaches a terminal velocity of 45 meters per second. Once he opens his parachute, he slows down to 5 meters per second in a span of 0.20 seconds. What was his rate of deceleration? So before we get into the terms, let's first write our variables to the side. And just get used to doing that. Even with the equations and problems that you're going to see in the future, get used to just writing out the information that's given. Okay. Question says, what is his rate of deceleration? So yes, you see the word deceleration, but we're still talking about acceleration, which is A. It's saying deceleration because we know the parachute guy slowed down. How do we know that? Well, he reached a velocity of 45 and then he slowed down to 5 meters per second. So since he slowed down, that means the 5 is the final velocity and the initial in this case is 45. They also gives they also give us the time, which is zero point 0.2 seconds. Okay, so we have final velocity, we have initial velocity, we have our time, and they're asking for acceleration. So as you can see, distance is not considered at all. So now let's go back to our equations. And we need to find the one that does not have D listed in the formula. The only one that does is equation number 1. VF equals VI plus AT. That's who we're going to use. So I'm going to write equation number 1. My VF. Now I'm just replacing with what's given and what we have. VI is 45 plus A that we don't know times our time of 0.20. Now, algebra rules apply. No, we cannot put 45 plus 0.20a because they're not like terms. So now let's get rid of the 45 first. Well, our 45 is positive. What's the opposite? Subtraction or negative. We get negative 40. This is equal to 0.20a. I just flipped it, but it's still the same thing. 0.20 times a, that's being multiplied. So we have to do the opposite operation. So this is going to be a is equal to negative 40 over 0.2. Type it in the calculator exactly as you see it when you do your division calculations. The number that's on top goes first. I would get negative 200 meters per second squared. Those are the units for acceleration. And there you go. So the other videos, you knew which equations you were going to use because we broke it down by each day. Today, you're going to practice with all of them. So go through the same steps again, write your 5 variables, then look in the problem to see the information that's given. You're going to X out the variable that's not given anything, that's not being considered, that's not even being implied. Then you can find your equation based on the equation that does not have the variable that you X'd out. Then you do your algebra work and then you will find your answer. Those are the steps that you need to follow that in order to be successful with kinematics. And hopefully those strategies can carry you on through the rest of physics.